English, nowadays English is becoming the big problem of all the students' life. Not only students, but also elder person also have been suffering through this problem into their life. It has become the barrier of their professional life also. They are not having the well job due to having the less experience in this field. Nowadays many of students and as well as elder persons have been suffering through low confidence, fear, hesitations. The most important part of the spoken English, they are unable to keep remembering vocabulary which they learned before. The thing is that how to keep remembering any vocabulary for longer. How we get exact vocabulary which I want to indulging that vocabulary in our sentence. How to get fluency in a speaking field, how to remove hesitations, how to gain confidence. These are questions nowadays the beginner have been asking to the many students and many persons who are better in English. According to me, this is the only language, nothing else. So we have to look oppositely what we think. Everything is possible, but it depends on you what you think about this language. Nowadays, you just consider about those guys, those people who have been living at a village instead of they're well more than us. How? They couldn't take even any classes of spoken English. Instead of they are speaking very fluent more than us. We are living in city. We have all facilities which is a requirement especially in this field. Even though we are unable to convey in our thoughts in this manner. Why it is happening with me only, not to someone's. There is a biggest reasons behind it. Guaranteed I'm telling you. Because we are doing the less practice. You have to more practice at yourself, not to somebody. Because if you start interacting with the somebodies, at that time you will realize you have less confidence, you have a less sentence, you have a less vocabulary. There are many things you can feel there that will be internally demotivating you. That's why I always recommended many of the students as well as elder also. You should be practice at yourself by observing the way of your talking, your mistakes, so that you will have the proper time to making improvement of your error in your speaking field. Okay, and nowadays we are living in a new era, so we have a proper facilities also. We have a smartphones, if we utilize this phone in better manner so we can reach at the moon, right? We can do anything. We can create an environment at home. We can indulge with a million of people at a time through the help of the phones. We have to apply the old way how we learn our native language by observing the people's talk, right? We were trying a lot to saying the words. Obviously, at the first time, you must create some kinds of broken sentence. Do not be a very very sad for them, because this is a process of your learning new things, right? You just think about we are going to learn any new kinds of a skill into our lives, so we have done lots of mistakes, unpredictable mistakes, uncountable mistakes we have done. Instead of instead of we can't defeat self, because we knew the reality is that the truth is that mistakes always makes us perfect. Okay, and nowadays I'm having a lots of people are focusing on a very expensive vocabulary. Day and night they are trying to grab a different kinds of vocabulary for modifying their sentence. According to me, this is your learning time, right? First, you have to get better fluency in your general conversations. First, you have to get command on your normal conversations. Okay, you have to aware about all the general vocabulary which is used by the people in daily life. After having these kinds of experience, you can focus on different part of it, like different kinds of vocabulary. But before, you have to be a perfect in this field also now. Nowadays, it's your time to focus only your basic part of it, which makes you perfect fast. This will give you the little confidence. You will make yourself able to convey your thought in general way, in normally way. After having this confidence, this experience, you will try later. You will try a different part of it, right? You have a notice ever professional teachers, even very fluent speaker, always they prefer self to using the common vocabulary, which is understandable for by the all the peoples. Even though you know the well use of the very expensive different kinds of vocabulary, but it will not beneficial for other peoples, because if you are starting to using these kinds of vocabulary with the beginner, so they will never understand your language, they will never understand your sentence. So what is the benefit of using these kinds of words in our conversations, right? We can handle all the situations by our general vocabulary. There is no requirement of having the very fluent, very expensive vocabulary or very different kinds of vocabulary for modifying our sentence. Okay. So first of all, I recommend to all of you, first you have to get better fluency in your general conversation, and you have to just get the general vocabulary which is used by the people in day-to-day life. Okay, that would be really good for you first. After spending a year, 2 year, then you will focus on a different part of it. Okay, so by that way you can get the better fluency in your speaking. Okay, and you can be the native speaker. All desire can be come true as soon as possible. If you really understand my words, please leave your comment, because I really love to have your opinion about me. Thank you so much.